Maybe if I unmute the mic, one of these days I'll get it. Hey everybody, we got one stream going in for today. We're playing Hard Space Shipbreaker. This is my favorite game on Game Pass. It is possibly the greatest game ever created. Oft described as a Brian game. We're gonna see how we're gonna check out the game. It is leaving April 15th, and by April 15th, I mean March 15th, and I'm pretty sad about that. I'm going to be playing the game today. Hopefully, you guys all have a good time and enjoy it. Sorry about that. But, yeah, so let's, if you're unfamiliar with this game, basically, the main premise is you are a shipbreaker. You're hired by this company to come in and tear apart ships. Nice. You come in, you tear apart ships. You can take parts of that ship to put into building your own ship. As you can see, I'm pretty close to finishing it. I only have like 3 stages left. So that's pretty cool. We need to find a filter, and then we can finish out this ship. But you go through, you have a bunch of different equipment to tear things apart. Just want to check to see, you need to repair your stuff every once in a while. I'm just going to repair all of them right now. And then I have 111 tokens. So let me see if there's anything that I want to purchase for myself. I just want to yeah, there we go. Let me crank the volume on the Xbox there. I don't know how loud it really is, but demo charges that can be disarmed is pretty cool. Actually, let's buy both of these. I think I can afford them both. Yes. Because demo charges are something I like just recently unlocked, actually. But yeah, so. All right, I'm looking for filters. Let's see if we'll see if I know how to actually use these demo charges better now, because I have only used them once. Oh my. You guys hear that? Can you hear the cat screaming? Alright. So, if I learned anything... Oh, how do I... What? Wait, how do I... get out the demo charges? Oh, I don't have any. That's why. I used them all in my last break.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day.
There we go. So as you can see, their explosive range is pretty big. And that makes them kind of difficult to experiment with. But I think we can handle it for today. Do we want music? I kind of like the little like country tunes we get with this one, this game. Cause you're kind of just a working man out in space, getting screwed over by the law, not the law, but the company. It's very like anti-capitalist kind of game. All right, these should both be clear as well. Nice. The first time I did this, I didn't quite understand, and I thought you had to like have multiple. Many people died that day. Mostly myself. There are these little NPC quips that come in every once in a while. I believe it's like kind of based on your like story progression or like your XP level progression. And then every once in a while you'll get these story quips that go on. I had to buy a few more charges. So far so good though. Feeling pretty good about that. But I don't know if anybody was able to catch it in the beginning. You start off with like $150 billion in debt. Because the way that the game kind of works is you tear apart these ships, you make millions of dollars per ship. But then you have to pay for all your expenses, such as are those all? The heck? Just these extra little pieces floating off. Must have been stuff I didn't quite finish from yesterday. But so yeah, you make millions to billions of dollars, and you have to pay off your fees, such as the rental fees on all your equipment, and the rental fees for like the demo charges alone are like $100,000 a day. So you need to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars per day just to cover your daily living expenses. But slowly, you do get to pay off that debt. I think like I said, we start off around 100 million. I believe or 150 million. I believe I'm almost down to $100 million of debt. And I'm not quite sure. But I also have a belief that you don't have to, I mean, maybe you do have to pay the full cost off. But I kind of think there's a mechanic that's gonna happen in the game. I don't have any tethers either. Man, I don't have any of my like equipment that I should have. But like you can see, like just these little pieces that we're grabbing are 300,000 credits. So you make some pretty good progress per ship. But again, the living expenses, I believe, are around 600,000 per day. So even just 2 of these ion rings covers most of our living expenses. But yeah, so. But the game also has like heavy hyper-capitalist vibes, which are meant to be funny and silly, and the more and more we exist in our current daily lives, the more and more you feel like there's nothing different that's changing. But like they treat you're a contracted worker, right? You're not like an official employee, so therefore all of your like I said, you have to both rent the equipment that you're using, which, you know, is true for parts of the like auto mechanic industry. A lot of their equipment is usually rented. It's not purchased by, or Like, it's not purchased by their garages, it's purchased by the mechanics themselves. So, like, full representation there. There are, on top of, like, renting the equipment, like, again, I'm already working for this company, spending hundreds of millions to billions of dollars. But I have to, like, rent this little garage space that I'm in just to be able to work for the company. So, it's got some very good, like, awareness that is a staple of these so-called Brian games that all my friends like to make fun of me for. So one of the mechanics is the cabins of, like, the ships are pressurized. So sometimes if you break the seal, you have to deal with things flying all over the place. Normally I'm pretty good at making sure things are relatively contained. The chaos doesn't spread too much. But other times, it doesn't always go that way. You can also, like, kind of see how well your breaking apart is going. So, like, you see how that, like, green bar is different than, like, it's full red here, right? It's because it shows you, like, your progress in breaking things apart from each other and, like, what is all connected. It's how I know if there's any, like, anchor points that I still need to go find. And, like, everything we've done so far has just been the exterior of the ship. But we're about to get into the interior of the ship and what it's like to take apart the interior of the ship. But
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
all right.
Gunner, there's 5 minutes
Oh.
remaining in this ship.
So then
The getting's good.
Weaver is a pretty funny character. Because he's like your manager, you know? He's sort of like the person who is usually looking out for you. I want to see, what did we needed the filter, right? Does that say wires? Okay, we've got tons of wires. We don't need to worry about that. We can throw that in there. Weaver is a guy who's most of the time on your side. This is all going to the processor. But there is, like, an entire storyline of, like, the Union, and the Union is kind of introduced as, like, an antagonistic force in the game. And so okay. So here's where I'm kind of nervous about using the demo charges, because if you could tell, my screen's kind of, like, staticky, and that's because I'm near a reactor. And I think the demo charges have an explosive range that if the reactor is within, it sets the reactor off. Insert clip of getting absolutely decimated by the entire ship imploding on itself. um, but yeah, so come on. There we go.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder.
That's also like,
Salvage goal.
it's so funny, like parts of the game that I just don't even think of because of it either being like a small mechanic or like it just becomes part of the routine. But again, you're working for this company making millions of dollars per day. You would imagine they would take care of some needs. You also have to buy your oxygen tanks for working out in space where you can't breathe. They don't cover the cost of that. You have to cover the cost of that.
Oxygen reserves are critical.
Like, you thought your employee benefits were bad?
Available for purchase.
Wait till you meet Lynx Shipbreaking and Co. I always like to push it probably a little bit longer than I should. But we have time. But anyway, yeah, so like Weaver, your regional manager, if you will. He's not even that. He's like a location manager, like a store manager. He will. Uh-oh, I'm feeling icky. No oxygen. We're good.
Stabilizing.
He's like a good guy for most of the game, and then whenever they talk about the Union, this guy freaks out. He's like, no, we don't need that around here. That's not a problem. Ooh, I need to stop it from going down. But it's just funny that like even your like
Got about a minute left.
most supportive
Remaining.
boss is still gonna be anti-union.
Account credit applied.
And I think it's just good commentary.
Credits deposited.
I don't know. This is one of the games that
Salvage deposit secured.
in our new terrible media literacy, which by the way we should talk about. Has anybody else been like overflowed on TikTok about like the increase of or the degradation of media literacy in the United States, and like people not understanding what like parody is? Like there was a lot of talk about it with Helldivers, but I've started seeing it with like everything. Oh, one of those was, whoops, I lost some credits there, but all right, we're out of time. That purple thing back there was the reactor though. But I've seen a ton of like commentary about Helldivers and how people like aren't recognizing the game as mostly satire, like Super Earth and defending liberal or defending democracy at all times, right? And like how funny it is. Yeah, here we can see. So my total debt in the top right there, 1,038,270,777 and 92 cents. And then finally, like I think one of my favorite things in the game is the daily accruing 0.01% interest of $103,000. But yeah, so like my total fees every day are 613,000, and that almost never goes down. You can purchase like your cutting tool, your grapple tool, so that you don't have to rent them anymore. But like, that's not until you get like very late in the game. Like I haven't unlocked that yet. Did I get the? I didn't get the filter. So our job today for this shift is to find the filter. Which I think the filter will be in this front section, most likely. So we'll kind of ignore that back section, even though we broke into it there at the very end. And oh. Oh. Where is it going? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come back. Come back. Jeez. That was kind of scary. I've never seen the entire, like, habitat like that just take off. Oh, and the fact that it's not coming back is worrying. Is it outside of the play zone? Have I just lost a huge... Oh, no, there we go. Is it coming back?
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Wait, what did I just lose? What is freaking out right now? Is there stuff like flying all over? Oh! I have just lost so much. I don't even know how I lost it.
Salvage destroyed. Please revisit your training.
That's tough. Alright, so we just lost a ton of money. Not even sure how we did it. Okay, we got that piece at least.
Object processed.
This thing I have to try and break apart the outer shell from the inner shell. Usually, I just won't even care about this because it's like just money. And so like we can see that like the blue parts kind of appear to be worth more. Maybe like these are all 4-digit numbers, except for like this big panel in the middle. But then like these outer sections are all 5-digit numbers. So we're just gonna send this as is, because there's usually just not that much hope in it's just not like worth the time it takes to pull it all apart. Have I officially, like, are these outside the game boundaries? I can't pull these back in? I don't understand what I've done. Normally, you can just pull these things all over the place. Hello? Using all my tethers on one piece because I think it's glitched. Oh no, it's starting to move now. Very slowly. It's that heavy. I wonder... I'm convinced the game does little things like this too, where it will like weaken your equipment and like gaslight you into thinking you have to do extra stuff, but alright. Well, hey. Anyway. Now that we're up here. Oh, so we have exited the work area. Okay, so it's safe right here. Alright. So let's also just see if we can, I guess, pull this guy here with a bunch of tethers, even though this shouldn't be that heavy. I don't know what makes some of the tethers go red and break like that. It's very frustrating. But yeah, so look, we just lost this entire section over here somehow. I don't know if that's making it over there or not, but alright. Well, that's pretty upsetting because we may have lost our chance at getting a filter this game.
Salvage secured.
But I'm not sure. You can see that there are like big pieces, like that power generator when it goes in is $1 million itself. Please don't tell me I missed. Oh, it's right there. Come on. Come on, you can make it. Maybe. Oh my gosh, I just want to push it because I'm scared that it's gonna freak out and lose. Just pull it in. It's fine. All right. $1 million. That covers our daily living cost. But so like each of those like goals at the top, those little lines, those are all sections that earn you like points to upgrade your equipment and such.
Warning. Fuel levels are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
And well, like I said, this game's leaving Game Pass March 15th. You should probably play it at least. I think you should play it before, or don't, because if you play it, you're probably going to want to buy it. But with Game Pass, it's 20% off. Hashtag not an ad.
Warning.
Okay, I'm like right on the edge of what I'm allowed to be at and what I'm not. So it's kind of funny to have to float in and out. Trying to get this single piece of equipment to grapple the entire way across our work site. I think it'll make it. I don't think it'll hit anything. We do the exact same thing with the next piece too. I think that's safe. Looks safe to me. So we lighten the load of things here. Okay, maybe we send this piece back across now.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Well, I'm sad that we may have lost our chance at the one piece of the equipment that we were actually going for with the filter. This round.
All right, Cutter. You got about 5 minutes to fill your boots.
some of these other NPCs though, there's like all of your other like, so obviously you don't have like coworkers that are working on ships with you, but there are the other shipbreakers in the area. And you kind of get to learn little pieces about them. You learn about how like one of them is a refugee, which is a pretty neat piece of like a story detail that you get to learn. Let's see, can we pull this now at least?
Tether supplies running low.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's all just too heavy before.
Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
Ugh. All right. Maybe we try and tear a piece of this up since we have it here.
Warning. Fuel levels are critical. Return to the master jack to purchase supplies.
Fuel and oxygen running low. It's all right. We got plenty of time. I do think that the static can be a little bit obnoxious. I believe there's a way to... One, I'm sure it's a setting that you can turn off. But I believe there's also just like a way to prevent
Oxygen reserves.
it from happening.
Links recommend regular gentle exercise
Oh.
to increase blood oxygen levels.
I even like that section right there where the company is telling me that I need to re-up my oxygen, and their suggestion is that I should work out more so that I can be more efficient in my oxygen intake. You know, have cereal for breakfast or have cereal for dinner, right? Your problem is money. Just stop spending money. Forehead.
Welcome to Metatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
I wonder if my 4 grapples are going to be enough. So I was going to say maybe we can also try and finish this part out. Because I really don't want to have to be tedious, especially since it's all demo charges. I do not trust that that'll be a easy
No tethers remaining.
extraction. All right, let's go buy some more tethers. What a waste that little section was, but...
Welcome to Metatron 9000. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Come on. Come on. Got a minute to get it in there. You can do it. Just a little bit of pulling. Is it going?
All right, Cutter.
Come on.
You got about a minute left.
Come on. I swear it's going. Is it like stuck? Is that the problem? Is it hitting this wall over here? No. Is it just too heavy? That's so sad. I'm running out of time. Let's go. Come on. Oh, it's not gonna go. Alright. Sometimes the game will like kind of save its location and then sometimes it resets stuff to the middle. So I guess we'll see what it does here. Not a great haul today. Only $2.1 million. Of course, that millions of dollars doesn't go into our pockets. It goes to the company. But all right.
9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
How many? I don't have enough to upgrade anything, probably. Part of me thinks I should just start a new ship, but normally, oh look, my tethers are still pooling. Can we help it some more? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I think each tether is supposed to have like the strength of one of mine. There we go. There we go. All right, that'll be sucked in slowly. We're gonna lose some money on it because a lot of it should go to the furnace, but we're not dealing with that.
Processing object.
There we go.
Credits to account.
We're gonna slowly see the credits roll in and disappear as we feed that big tower through. We can kind of see if it was worth it or not. We'll be able to see like what the final progress versus scrap ends up being. Like right now it is earning more, but by how much? Oh, we're spiraling. Oh. Nice. All right. Where the hell are we? I might have just lost some more stuff because of that. Oh my god. My speed was so high from that. All right. All right. So it was marginally worth it to just feed that whole tube through. Like I said, it's so tedious though to break it apart for that much income, that like little sliver there. So I think it's just fine to release it because otherwise it is so much work for so little profit. Is there any pieces holding this all together still? Few. So this is the reactor on the inside here.
Valuable object processed.
So you normally have to just release all these panels on the outside. Feed them into the processor. And then you can take the reactor. And like, as you can see, the reactor is worth $4 million. So again, that's why, like, is it really worth it to fight for $300,000 on the mini pieces when you can just get almost all the money? Oh, we broke a fuel pipe. Yikes.
Rewards assigned.
Well, so you can see what happens there if you break things apart without properly separating them. The shattering effects happens. And this is normally how you lose a lot of money, is by breaking apart your ships.
Material accepted.
Oh,
Credits transferred.
is that a...
Transferring credits.
Oh, there was a light in there. Trying to do some cleanup here. We are kind of losing some money for stuff that shouldn't be going in the scrap, but all in all, pretty menial.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Material accepted.
Really, it kind of just comes down to how much you
Valuable object
are gonna...
credits awarded.
How many of the... Like, right now... Jeez. Okay, let me chill out. Revitalize for a second. Like, at the top, I only have one goal to reach now. So, my kind of judgment of how far we should keep going is based on if we're going to be able to hit another goal or not. Because if I don't think we're going to hit another goal, then we probably just pull the plug on this ship. And I think we are probably going to be able to clean out the rest of this during this shift anyway. But
Transferring credits.
all right, let's see. Oh, come on, there we go. Let's see. Doesn't look like any catastrophic failures.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Oh. Alright.
Deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
I want to say thanks to everyone who's hanging out with me as I play one of my favorite games. I know it's probably not one of the more interesting games to watch on stream, but I appreciate everyone who's here.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
All right, Cutter. You got 5 minutes left in this ship before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter.
Pitter patter. Guys, I saw a clip from Letterkenny season 6, 5. A show that I haven't really thought about in like a few years. The clip looked really funny. Who would have thought? The show that was funny for 4 seasons could be funny for 5.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You try it if it wasn't leaving Game Pass? Yeah, no, that's fair. Where am I? Oh, I completely forgot that I pulled this apart and then we never even went to it.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Wait, let's see if we can find a filter in here. Is there a door open? Are any of these doors open? Okay, this is technically an open door. No, it's not. All right, hold on. Okay, wait. This is all gonna go in the scrap unless... Is there a singular filter in here? Not on the computer terminal. That'll be wires. Yep.
Object processed. Credits deposited.
$15,000 chair.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Battery pack. You can wow, jeez. You can collect those posters, and they will you can like put them in your hab unit.
Tether supply.
Let's just feed the whole thing. I think there's enough there. Really, I should pull out that computer terminal. But I both, 1, am running out of time, and 2, don't have the oxygen.
Reserves critical. Links recommend avoiding stressful workplace situations while oxygen levels are low.
Can I grab this door panel before it feeds? No, not looking good. Alright, well. Hello? Oh my god. I just. Alright. We're gonna lose a lot of money on that piece, but. Oh, yikes. Got a long way to go. Come on. I might actually die. I might have drifted too close to the sun for this one. We're fine. Man, this part always sucks whenever... So, like, I literally have... like there's no longer any big pieces. It's all little stuff. I have to see if I can try and somehow round up whatever's to get to that last segment purely on scrap, which is nearly impossible. Unless there's like one big thing over here. Ooh, like this. Wait, we got a chance. Okay, that should make it in. And it was enough. Nice. All right. This is fast enough. Nope. All right. We got that. We got that final one, but $8 million. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We pulled in 2 yesterday. We got 8 today. Pretty nice. Be real's up. Everybody be real.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Your theta wave levels are high. Please administer 2 caffeine pods before starting your shift.
Here we go. All right, $8 million. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we do need to find a ship that has a filter. It's so sad that we didn't get it. But we did get a bunch of Lynx tokens. So, can I have my oxygen yet? Yes. Can increase my oxygen. I might actually be able to survive a full shift without having to buy a new oxygen tank now. All right, scrap that. We need the filter. This one's got a lot of other things going for it. But I've never torn apart this style of ship before, so we'll see. And each ship has like its own difficulty level. So there's like different things about the ship that make it more dangerous to pull apart. So like this one has a specific type of reactor that I don't think I've actually... what is this utility arm? I don't know what that utility arm has that I could scrap off of it. I'm curious. I don't even know where I would grab it. Oh, a piston. Do we need a piston? Might. The only bad thing about doing that is that it does turn it into scrap. So we do lose 70,000 pieces worth of money, but you can still scrap it. But we did get a piston, so hopefully we need a piston in the future, and I didn't do that for no reason. Going for just under an hour. So I think maybe we'll try and finish up this ship. See how long it looks like it's going to take to finish up the ship. And we'll probably call it here after this ship. So that means there's still a good probably 40 minutes left of the stream. But oh, no! Damn it. Okay, wait, we grabbed it. Oh. Okay. Pretty sure the communications array isn't going to have a filter on it. But let's just check it out real quick. Oh, what is it? I saw it for a second. A circuit. Nah, probably not. Plus, I think I have some extra circuits banked up from previous runs, so we don't need to worry about it. Watch, as soon as we find this filter, it's going to say that we need them, but in the meantime, we can tear them apart and bank them. It would probably even be a good idea just to, like, have those hang out on the side before actually depositing them. was curious if I was going to be able to separate anything else, but we got this piece back here. Is all of this? I'm trying to see where I can cut in. Looks like right here. It's going to be our separating point, maybe. What's that say? An atmospheric regulator? Heartbreaking. That kind of sounds like something that might have had a filter on it.
Raw material accepted.
Damn it! Wait, what is that connected by? Is this piece? Did I not cut through this little section right here? So it's still connected? Ooh, that does not sound good. Are you kidding me? What is it still connected by? Maybe I can break it from this side.
Deposit accepted.
Now from here we can kind of separate these pieces up a little bit better, I think.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Ooh, is that a filter right there? Nice. If nothing else, this entire ship could implode right now, and I would still be pretty happy with the progress we get from that, because as you've probably noticed, a lot of I have no idea what happens when you complete the ship. I don't know if you just get to sell it or if it allows you to break free and run from your troubles. That's what I'm hoping happens. 'Cause it gives me the opportunity to flee. I also am half expecting the company to seize it for improper use of funds. But kind of just tearing apart the inside here so that eventually we'll be able to separate these parts out. I'm trying to see where this is even connected, because these segments don't really appear to be, oh man, connected by any specific part, but There's rods in there. So the only issue with our hole that we cut into is I now no longer have any idea where I have to escape when I do eventually need fuel and or oxygen. What it looks like right here, we can bust our way out just like that. Send that down. There we go.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Cutter, you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's. You got about 5 minutes to do it.
Got it, coach. Something I'd be curious, like, unfortunately, I did play through a lot of this game, like a year ago, and then, like 2 months ago, started getting back into it and playing it heavily, and then was hit with the terrible news the game is coming off Game Pass. But, I don't remember. There was a whole, like, very early on, there was, like, I don't want to say a side quest, but there was kind of like a, is this a bust out spot? Hell yeah, it is. There was, like, a whole interaction with the Union, and the only real come on. The only real update I've gotten on the Union story is,
Caution. Out of tethers.
is this a... Yeah, this all goes in the airlock. Or in the barge. Ooh. There was something very expensive on there that I didn't see. That's tough. Is this? Yeah. Okay. Ugh. I think we actually make it through the rest of this day without having to refuel, looks like, but
Warning. Fuel levels are critical.
I don't know. I haven't ever like been able to determine if fuel actually, like, if fuel just goes down on its own, or if fuel does kind of rely on moving, because it would make sense if it only went down when you were doing a lot of movement, but I can't say that that's true, because I feel like there are times when I'm not doing a lot of moving and it is also draining. So we'd have to do like a very extensive training bit on that, or like testing, not training. But even if like at this point we get stranded, I think we just kind of burn what we can. Oh, ooh. It's not happy about that one.
Not much left of this ship, Cutter. About 1 minute remaining.
Ooh. All right. We got our filter. Let's plug that in. That wasn't a high earning day, but that was mostly a cutting day, so that we're gonna have a lot of progress here in the following days. That's why I say that like it kind of becomes exponential as you go, the amount of money you earn per ship or per day, because as long as you don't detonate the reactors inside,
Lynx would like to share the following message. The only
normally.
things permitted in the salvage yard are profit, processor, and potassium trifluoromethane sulfonate.
Does anybody know what that is? What potassium trisulfonate is? There's also these fun little like
Phonotext reading, The Stellar Commission, Part 3.
With all due respect to the Commission's chairfolk, it has been disappointing for many of us average solar citizens to feel like the Stellar Commission hasn't lived up to its promises. After the win in the fight against the AI revolution, many looked to the Commission to provide further protections for human labor across the system. But continuously the Commission seemed outperformed by the more nimble corporations.
Oh, that's kind of
who were
quiet.
untethered by the bureaucratic process which the Commission seemed ever obsessed to observe and follow. As much as we all understand the appeal of following dry rules and protocol, when it comes to protecting real, human lives, perhaps a more practical approach is in order. With Jupiter Gate established, we find ourselves again in a position...
I'm just going to read the rest of it. Find ourselves again in a position of corporate dominance at the forefront of human progress, which threatens once more to be the defining factor in the lives of so many hopeful people. We must not allow this to happen again. We require leadership from the Commission, leadership which isn't fueled by profit, but rather by human respect and excellence. And maybe in the future, the Commission can put more emphasis on the fostering of collaborative, proactive efforts rather than reactively scrambling in the wake of ruthless corporate juggernauts. I don't know how many people, like, you want to talk about media literacy? Do we know where that language comes from? Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, because I think that people's media literacy is better. But, okay, heatsink, distributor, and ion coils. I don't know if we have any of that in our current ship. Heatsink, distributor, and ion coils. We can get ion coils, not a heatsink, and not a distributor. No, it's not an Ender's game, but it is like a flying around game. But I don't know. I think it's pretty funny to like see how. Ooh, let's grab our fuel before we. Then how are we on tethers too? No tethers. So let's grab our fuel. Grab our tethers. Ooh. Fuel Heathers. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just say that I think the game does pretty well at hitting the marks. If you know what I mean.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Is that just a juncture point? Yeah. This all goes in the processor. So let's just feed it on over there. I think it'll pivot around the ship, mostly. Is it pulling that other piece? Uh-oh. It's alright, we're getting the coolant tanks out of there too. Oh, and this piece is also good to go. I thought this one was still connected by something. Is it not? Why was it so much heavier? Just because it's got that side panel on it? Huh. Bizarre. That sends it. As long as that... Is that cable going to turn blue? Yeah, nice. So I don't actually know... There's like something that can turn this off. Oh, we forgot a light on that other panel. So you're gonna make it around. Make it around. You got it. Nice. Am I sure that this isn't an Ender's Game thing? Is that what that question was? Sorry, I missed that chat. I don't know how long ago that was sent. Shipping containers heavy, jeez.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Object processed.
There we go. See, this is where we start making money. Stuff starts pulling in. So we did all that work yesterday, cutting all the juncture points. Trying to make sure there's no extra lights on these that I missed, like on that very first one, but I'm not seeing anything, so I think we're good to send those pieces.
Raw material deposited.
An asteroid shard. Oh, come on.
Material deposited.
We've already made more money than we did yesterday. Hasn't even been the halfway mark. We pull this all the way into the barge.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Both these pieces clean. They both look good to go too. That one might have had a light on it. I'm not sure. Oh, is this all part of it? Now wait a second. How do I... Oh. There we go. No, wait. Is it separated or not? Oh, do I need to cut this off? That's annoying. How much is this worth? 57? And 80,000? See, that seems like a no-brainer to me. This is also a furnace, though. Let's see. I'm curious if we can... Oh, come on. There, we've reduced the amount of scrap that we'll take. It was 50,000, right? Now it's 40,000. So that's I can sleep with that.
Material accepted.
So let's do the same thing right here.
5 minutes remaining in your shift, Cutter. 5 minutes. We were out.
Oh, we don't want that. Oh my gosh. There we go. That was pretty good. Alright. I've got all these pieces in the bag here that I've somehow really did a number on. I've clearly separated all the anchor points, but... Ooh, I didn't realize there was something on top of that one. Whoops.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Valuable object processed. Credit
It's just a piston. Or it's a rod. What do I need again? Ion coils, distributors, and heat sinks. The only one we can still get is an ion coil. So,
salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
oh wait, the panel! The panel! We're gonna lose money on that one. Panel's worth more.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Where's this anchor point still at? Is it just the shipping container? Yeah, it was. That's funny. Shipping container was so heavy. Okay, I'm not quite ready to pull apart the radiation units. It sounds so funny.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Does this separate those two?
Deposit accepted.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
A keel. I thought the keel was like the back of a ship.
Salvage
Is
accepted.
that not true?
Credit applied. Object accepted for processing. Credit
Cutter, you got 1 minute left. Time to shift your biscuits.
Come on. Come on. You can do it. It's actually crazy how much those shipping containers weigh.
salvage secured.
26 seconds. We can still get these. Ugh, wasn't fast enough. $5.4 million. Nice. A good haul. That's what we're talking about. Reached a goal. Didn't find that ion coil. I imagine that's probably inside one of the computers or something, but I think we do one more day and then we call the stream there. Maybe two. We'll see. If we think we can finish the ship in one more.
This is your daily wake-up call.
Nice. We got a new snack. Or a new sticker for the snacks. Here, let's see. I might be able to upgrade something. I don't know. Oop, whoops. I don't know if I need to upgrade it, really. I think I'm fairly satisfied where most of my things are currently at. I could up my speed. I'll do that. We got max speed thrusters. Let's go. What's nice about this ship having so many checkpoints is you can earn a lot of upgrade material points. But oh, starting the day off with a minus hurts.
Credits deposited.
Let's slow it on down. All right. Ugh. Slow it down. Okay. Okay. Come on. Is that connected? Oh my gosh, it was. Whoops. That would have really sucked to lose a shipping container like that.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
That one making it? Yeah, it'll be fine.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Just cut apart these pieces right here. Separate the back of the ship off. No? Huh. Interesting. Even more. Alright, there's our reactor. Oh. Alright, there we go. That's some separation. Able to curve that up? Yeah, we are. Nice, okay. Just pull this on over.
Object. Applying credit to account.
Very nice. These are that. I feel like this thing is burning up right here. I don't really know what to do about it. I'm not going to question it. There's that like leak coming from that pipe though. That's a problem for somebody else to solve. What am I doing? There we go. Shoot those bottles away. Alright.
Material deposited.
It's connected by that arm, so...
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Oh. I didn't get a very good cut there. I don't know what I did wrong that time. Hang on. Get on back over here.
Transferring credits.
How did I cut this wrong? Interesting. Maybe if I try it from up here. Okay. Now does it come apart? No. I still need to separate it off of.
Raw material deposited.
Nice. That should be better. There we go.
Credits assigned.
Now to do it again. Right? Or did we get it apart on the other side? Oh, I made the mistake. I made the mistake. Nope, I hit the same thing twice. Alright, well, we lost it on that one because I wasn't paying attention. I even said to do it again, and then I ignored my own rule. I was like, oh no, that's a different piece that we've separated. It's alright. This has been a low income day, so we actually need to maybe look at increasing our
Additional rewards assigned.
situation here. But we did just hit our third goal. So some good upgrade points coming in from that, surely. Is this separated yet? No. There's still a connection point down here. Is it just cutting it from here? It doesn't look like there is a connecting point to it, actually. Wow. It's a very small piece of glass right there. That is the entirety of the... Yep. Some of the tedious stuff, like these lights, are kind of annoying. It's probably my least favorite part of the game. The game was obviously built for PC, and so things work way better when you can just point and click at them. But I really like playing with a controller because it's way more comfortable. So even though this game is not optimized in any sort of way for that.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Fuel levels are low.
It's pretty cool that we got it now. We almost never... Seems like we're never going to have to worry about buying oxygen again. It seems like our oxygen needs are well, good and covered. Which is funny because there's another upgrade for it still. I don't know why I would need that if I can survive a full day.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Tether supplies are dropping.
Uh-oh. 5 tethers left. That's a big piece. That is not just that little section that I kind of thought it was. Very nice.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage secured. Account credit.
Ooh, is the thermal spreader where we can get the ion coil? Seems like a apt name. Sure is. About to lose $208,000. Oh, actually, no. I'm a big fan of the stuff that can stay together like that. Stuff that you can salvage from and still deposit. Best items in the game.
Registered. Transferring credits. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credits.
I don't know if we're really struggling on this segment or not. It kind of feels like we are. But I think this ship is just worth so much more than like the other ones. Like the early ships are only worth like 10 million total, which is why like normally you can get them done in like 3 shifts usually. But this one is definitely worth more than that, considering we've already pulled like $10 million off of it. But it's kind of making me feel like we're doing something wrong that we haven't. Ooh, a singular light is left on this piece. Alright. That piece will be able to be fully established eventually. Both of these fully cleaned up? They sure are. Deposit that. Deposit that.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Throw that over there. Throw this over there.
Warning. Fuel levels are critical.
Okay. Oh. That was a waste.
1 minute left on the clock.
That was a waste of a... Oh no. Made the mistake. I've tethered it to another piece. I'll just guide this one, I think. There we go. That should make it in. Let's just help it out. Just make sure. Okay, no, it's good. Is there one last piece we can maybe pull in? This big crossbar section. So now we can just buy fuel and tethers tomorrow. Or the next time we play, because again, I think I'm gonna call it there. Nah, we'll do. What time is it? Yeah, we'll do one more shift. That will go in at the very beginning of the next day. We'll do one more shift because that'll make it a full 2-hour stream. So a nice clean $4 million right there out of that shift. That's what we're looking for.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic
Very nice.
pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
Let's insert our ion coil that we got so we don't have to worry about it. And then again, unfortunately, there's no distributors or heat sinks on this ship, but we can keep it going here. It's literally the only two things not on this ship that we can collect, which is pretty funny. But all right, last shift of the day. Oh, let's grab some fuel. Let's grab some fuel and some tethers.
Tethers restored.
Oh, the angle was not there.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
I haven't found where all of the... Is that wires? Okay, so I can just clear this. Some of these things are going to have a switch on them, which is how we disconnect... how we disconnect all these, like, pipes from each other. Like, last time we accidentally caused that overheating when we pulled the, reactor out. So we do need to find the switch that will make it so that we don't overheat our entire ship and blow the rest of it to smithereens. Usually there are some pretty good rewards for not destroying the ship. It's stuff like this that feels pretty annoying whenever that ladder breaks into two pieces. It's helpful sometimes because you may not be able to fully break the whole thing apart. But like, I just did 30 seconds of labor for 204 credits. Terrible. Okay. So these are the switches. And I believe it makes it safe for me to separate them from the rest of it. Yes, it would appear. So, let's go ahead and clean up the other little bits of scrap that are connected to it. Got these fuel tanks.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Very nice.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Ah. So I don't actually know. I believe that's just like based on time, I do know you can, like, overstress the thruster. Like, if you just try and pull on something that's too heavy for too long, it will break it. But I think it does also just naturally deteriorate.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Is there any non-processor?
Credits awarded.
Always scares me when this stuff is, like, on there, but looks like we're good. So, just need to attach 2 tethers to this. That should be able to feed itself. Let's do a 3rd tether just because it's going a little slow. I think it would be fine, but we can just kind of make sure. Maybe pull it ourselves. Just a very heavy piece. Having the side equipment and everything on it too. And then the same will go for this piece right here. So we did successfully eject these fuel lines. I don't know if these pipes are clean though. Or I think this is how I can check, right? So this is saying what? That there's radiation there? And fuel in these sections? Contents may leak if the tank is ruptured, yeah. So we don't really want to break that apart yet. Until we can clean out the rest of it, but I'm not 100% sure on how to do that exactly. When did this break apart?
Salvage secured.
Huh.
Account credit applied. Deposit accepted for
That section's slowly gonna make it. Let's just clean this up. I don't know how I broke that apart. This little platform here. Something must have burst, obviously, but...
object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
We're gonna lose some pieces of it. I was getting impatient. And it wasn't really worth that much, so... Not too worried about it. Alright. Did we figure out that I just gotta separate? Yeah. Separate this section right here with a cut.
Salvage accepted. Credit
Oh, wait, actually... Is this just a very heavy... This looks like it's just a very heavy, chunk. It's just a little piece of glass that we're not going to be able to separate. I don't know if you can separate the glass. I don't know if there was like a tutorial section that I forgot about. But there's always like the glass windows on the ship that you can't break apart for some reason. It's making it. It's gonna be slow, but it'll make it. Oh. Rotated too fast.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits
Ugh. Doing a lot of damage to our grapple today.
valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying
Let's see if I can grab this little speck. Come on. Ugh.
Carter, we got
Ugh.
5 minutes left till we call
What are you locking on to? There's something right here in front of us. Is there not? Is this not a little speck? Whatever. Alright. Just go back to trying to clean out these storage desks. Storage bins. These goddamn lights. They're so annoying.
deposited. Applying credit to account. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Nope. Did I miss? Did I miss with that storage bin somehow? Oh, there it is. Just took a second.
Salvage accepted. Credit
Oh.
applied.
Went past it. Back it up. Little lights right here. Another little light right here. And this section looks like it's pretty well cleared out. I think we actually cleaned this hallway out pretty good. Sometimes I have trouble getting these sections because they're just tedious to do. But I think like that whole section, it looks pretty clean to me. I think. That's all the processor. So let's send that on over. We only need one tether there. It's nice. Helpful. Alright. We can separate this guy. And as we learned, you can take the ion limiters or whatever it's called. Ion coil off of this without breaking it, so we might as well. Ooh. Took a little bit of cryo damage that time. That's alright. You just had to buy a health pack or something, and that gets rid of that. It's just kind of to prevent you from
Applying credit.
tearing apart stuff super willy-nilly. We missed. Damn it. That bottle's gonna disappear. gonna do that just in case. Sometimes when everything's get stuck on the corner like this one's about to, they can be annoying because the suction
This is your 1 minute warning.
breaks it.
Don't be a hero, alright?
The suction from this furnace is gonna kill it. So I'm gonna have to pull it all the way across. Such an annoying thing to have to deal with. Is it gonna hit this? Probably, right? It's gotta be bothersome in some sort of way. Oh, actually, if that one breaks and it can just go back now, best case scenario. There you go. You got it. Can you do it in 15 seconds? I don't know. Just try and feed it. Give it the push. Nice. All right. Not the most profitable day, but a good way to end out stream there, I think. Is it literally? It's not gonna make it. Ah, we don't even get the final piece. All right, $5.3 million is respectable, and like normally they consider it a success as long as the destroyed is under 5%. So we're only at 1.4, and granted, these last couple pieces, the reactor and such, are the things that can blow up and destroy the whole thing. But for now, we're doing pretty good. So we've made it to rank 16. Sometimes, let's see. Sometimes on a rank up, you get like a vocal note. Let's see if it gives it one to us. Nope. All right, just wake it up. All right.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
Oh, we can get a ghost ship. Starting this week, we will be receiving semi-regular shipments of ships found abandoned near the edges of the frontier. You may hear others refer to these as ghost ships, but please note ghost ships is a colloquialism, and Lynx takes no responsible for any corporeal entities encountered aboard these vessels. Are there actual ghosts? That's pretty cool, if that's a thing. These ships have been gently used by previous crews before being discarded for reasons we are not legally required to ascertain. A reminder that all vessels either previously Lynx owned or otherwise void their ownership rights if uninhabited for 3 days under Stellar Law. Lynx's first salvage rights to uninhabited vessels, as outlined in page 178, section C, addendum 5.2 of your Lynx handbook. Alright. Oh, something else too. Purpose-built for deep space surveys or scientific experimentation, the Stargazer is outfitted with high-end instrumentation, crew quarters, workstations, and lab space. All questions can be sent to our automated answering service for review. At this time, I can't confirm if the Stargazer model has a fault in its atmosphere control system. The investigation into the incidents around Enceladus are inconclusive, and we will be pursuing those actions. We will pursuing action against those reporting otherwise. Ugh, jeez, it's so funny. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out during this stream.
Want to check in with you about Hal.
Oh,
Listen,
did get a vocal note. Let's listen.
back round where I grew up, you cross paths with all kinds of critters. Possums, coyotes, bears.
Coyotes.
And once in a while, you find yourself nose to nose with a bobcat. Bobcat's an unpredictable creature. A scared one, just as likely to fight tooth and nail as it is to scamper away. Now, Hal is terrified of not measuring up to the rest of us, failing, losing his status, and he's fixing for a fight, driven by that fear inside him.
Uh-oh.
Thing is, Bobcat's just another animal. Hal, he's only human. You understand his fear. You can reason with him. So, I'm working on taming our local wildcat. Now you stay strong. We'll be through this soon enough. See you out there, Cutter.
See you out there, Weaver. Ah, God. I hope it lets us, like, come face to face with him and I can just put a demo charge on his chest. I think that'd be funny. Alright. Well, like I said, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We're gonna end stream there. So yeah, check it out. You got another 10. What's today? The 7th. You got 7 more days to play this game if you want to. So you should check it out. It's while it's still on Game Pass. It's a great game. It's fun. Maybe a little tedious. If you're not into tedious games, you probably won't like it. But like, if you're like me and you just wanna, if you just wanna have like a fun game to play, you should check it out. Check out Hard Space Shipbreaker while it's still on Game Pass, or buy the game. It's a fun game to play. I do recommend it probably on PC if you're somebody who likes to play games on PC. I just prefer controller way more, so that's why I like to play on the controller. So, like I said, thanks for hanging out though, everybody, and we'll probably see you maybe Sunday. We might have to have, it might be a long break, but probably Sunday. So I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Subscribe, like the video, do all the fun things that you should do on YouTube.